The big new TV show of next week is called Dreamland, which you can see on Sky Atlantic and on Now. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome the two stars of the show, Lily Allen and Freema Agyeman in the studio. There you go. Sisters in the studio. It's lovely to have you both on. So, Freema, just give us a little bit of an idea of what Dreamland's all about.
So Dreamland is predominantly about this female-centric family. There's 4 sisters, mum and a nan, and it sort of examines their dynamics, really,
Right.
and how fiercely united they can be on one hand, and then just how much dysfunction there is on the
Right.
other. There's a lot of, there's betrayal, secrets, lies,
Right.
the usual family stuff.
Have you got sisters in your family?
I do.
Right. Do you see any kind of like common themes there?
I think we might be unusual. We're slightly in love.
Right. Well, hey, that's not unusual, right, for siblings?
I can level it out. I hate all mine. No, I'm joking. I don't. I love my siblings.
It's based in Margate.
It is.
Yes.
Lovely Margate. We loved Margate, didn't we?
Yes.
How long were we there? Someone asked me yesterday.
3 weeks.
I said 3 months.
Are you joking?
I tell you, 3 weeks in Margate can feel like 3 months.
No, stop it.
And am I right in saying, Lily, that this is your first TV? Is this your first TV drama?
Yes, it is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
How do I feel about it? I feel excited about it. I haven't seen it. I'm quite nervous about watching it. Actually, when my music comes on, I go and hide under a table. If I'm in a shop and it comes on, I walk out. I get very shy and very nervous. So I'm not so into like watching it, but making it is amazing. I love, telling stories and exploring humanity and our relationships with each other and why we do what we do. It's fascinating to me.
When you say you're shy or nervous about hearing your music, I remember once reading an interview that you said you were quite self-critical.
I think I'm both.
Right.
I think there's a certain element of we're quite sort of self-deprecating, aren't we, the British?
That's true.
And I do lean into that sometimes, and I don't know if it does me any favours, but yes, I am terrible at everything.
Freema, I don't like to use the expression "old hand," but this is not your this is not your first rodeo.
No, it's
how did
not.
How did the newcomer do?
So do you know what? Well, we know Lily as we know Lily, right?
Yeah.
And I think that and I've said it to you, you've got a fearlessness and you've got a resilience, but also that blunt honesty is going to lend itself well, because you've got to be able to ask questions and be honest and open yourself up and to grow and to be able to say, I don't understand what that just meant. I don't know what this term is. Can we help? Can we work on this? And she was doing that all the way along, taking notes well from the director, working collaboratively. And like, as you said, you're a storyteller. It doesn't matter if you transpose the medium, you're telling a story. So I think that I hope you enjoyed it, and I've seen it, and I think you'll be very proud.
I mean, and also I have to just say I was in such good company and learnt from the best. I was doing lots of observing Freema.
She's turning into a bit of a love-in.
Oh, we love each other.
We do, we're sisters.
You have always been quite driven. Lily probably won't remember this, but I remember when I first met Lily when she was about 10 years old at Top of the Pops.
Wow.
And I was hosting, and her dad was on it singing Vindaloo, and she said to me, I'm going to come on Top of the Pops one day. And could have been only, when was that? You could only been about 10 or 12. It was 98, because that was the World Cup year. So how old were you in 98?
Oh, well, I have to think of my,
There you go, we do this.
stage age.
I'll get you on the
I think
spot.
I was 12,
You were,
12.
yeah, so about 12 years old. And you said, I want to be on top. And then boom, and wasn't long before you were.
She did it.
Yay! What's that? I don't want to. I'll come back more. We'll talk more about Dreamland in a minute. But music-wise, what's kind of happening on that front?
Nothing really at the moment. I mean, I'm very busy. I've got this play coming up that I'm doing in the summer called The Pillow Man, literally right over the road from you guys.
Yeah.
So I'll be there. You'll have to come and see it. No excuses.
Of course I'll come.
And then who knows what's happening? Maybe if we get a second series, then maybe we might be shooting later on. And I'm always coming up with ideas for writing songs and stuff. And I tried to write just before Christmas, and it just didn't really work out very well. I didn't really like anything that I was doing. And
Can happen.
it has to feel, not contrived. And and worth it. You know, I only really want to write songs that are, you know, worth listening to and that are exploring things that I think are relevant and interesting and useful to people.
Sure.
And it just wasn't really coming. So I kind of didn't carry on, and nothing will see the light of day. But that's not to say that it won't happen again.
We, of course, although it wasn't your thing necessarily, you made a surprise appearance at Glastonbury last year.
I did.
What was that like?
It was amazing, actually. I kind of forgotten what it was all like, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't mind this.
That's why I went back into the studio. I was like, actually, I'm quite good at that. It's quite fun when people are all screaming your name.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they love me. And it was really great for my daughters. My kids had never seen me in that environment before. They'd kind of been to gigs of mine when they were really little,
But they weren't
before their
necessarily
scope of memory. So my oldest daughter Ethel is a huge Olivia Rodrigo fan. That's why I did it, because she was like, if you don't do this, I will never talk to you ever again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mark my words.
Yeah.
So I did try to not do it. No, I'm joking. But she, I think it was like their minds were blown, because she is their idol, and I'm just their mum. I think she thought I was going to be like a backup singer or something. I didn't think she quite understood the gravity of what was going to happen, and for when she announced my name, people went absolutely ballistic, and my kids were just like, what's going on?
That's just mum.
This is very strange. And then we got in the car on the way back, but they were very like overwhelmed by the whole thing. We got in the car, and they Marnie, my youngest, went, so was your music popular then? Were you in the charts and stuff? I was like, yes, I was. I got up like videos of me like winning awards, and they were like, okay.
But didn't one of them say to you, if you do this, you could be famous?
Yes, that was it. Yeah. Yes. Ethel said, if you do this, you could be a celebrity. I was like, that's why we're here, so I don't have to be a celebrity.
Well, listen, I urge you to see Dreamland on Sky Atlantic and Now next week. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
No!
I know, but it's been an absolute pleasure. Lily Allen and Freema Agyeman, our special guests, guys. Thank you.